Hello again, everybody. It's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Diabolos by Dorian Gray. It's been a while since I've listened to Dorian Gray. I think the last song I heard from them was Venushka, I believe. I think that might be the only song I've heard from them. It's been a while, so I've mentioned before that I'm getting to all of my older requests first. This does come as a request from a while back. So as always, if you would like to request something, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to it eventually. It's going to take me a while. I get a lot of comments. And I honor every single request, so, it takes a while. But anyway, let's listen. Dorian Gray, Diabolos. Here we go. Hmm. That was pretty cool. I thought I turned autoplay off. Stop. All right. So I really enjoyed that. I really liked the heaviness of it. Man, it was heavy when it needed to be, but they also give you kind of some time to breathe when they need to as well. So it wasn't heavy throughout. Well, it wasn't heavy the entire time, I should say, but there was heaviness throughout. So, it was almost like a little roller coaster. It was heavy. They gave you some time to breathe, kind of took away a little bit of the heaviness, then brought it right back. And man, the screaming was fantastic. I don't know if I've ever heard like Japanese death metal or like heavy metal in Japanese until now. I mean, it was awesome. I had a great time. The guitar really carried me through. But what I really liked about the song was I feel like every instrument had its own little time to shine here and there. Although, I do feel like the guitar really carried me through the song personally. So, as always, we're going to break down the song. We're going to start with the lyrics. So I do have a translation here. As with any song in a different language, I'm sure there's some lost in translation, but we'll try our best here. So, Diabolos, as this dreadful dream continues, I wipe away my tears. The spotty ash and that brings me back sometimes disappears. I walk in someone else's footsteps and believe without a doubt the fantasy. Unable to show you, I follow the weathering path leading to the narrow door. Blue velvet, I want to forget your beauty as you cross the Dead Sea. Blue velvet, because you are beautiful whenever I touch you, these scars of mine steal your gentle smile. Wow, very poetic in its writing. I think it's pretty interesting so far. Very fantastical feel to it as well. I really don't know. I don't really know what's going on yet, but I'm digging like the fantastical, poetic vibe that I'm getting from it. So, everyone gathered to see the perfect view. Inevitably, it will end. You knew that, right? This world is cruel, struggling desperately day by day. What exactly are these fools offering you? You still can't leave the dream behind. Standing in front of the drying out wind, holding the parrot that lost its way, I feel like I'm about to be killed by languid love. Come on, let's go to the tower where the naked apes dance. Interesting. The tongue of temptation beckons us. That sounds just so cool. The tongue of temptation beckons us. Following our instincts against better judgment, our souls are assaulted with decay. We sprinkle their ashes like light rain, bring it down here, the distasteful bright red blood. Man, again, this sounds so cool. It's just so poetic and fantastical in nature. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm really enjoying what I'm hearing. So, can you find the breeze from the field? The water reaches the heart and gives it life, but the bud is trampled on again. It wasn't you who had changed. I hurt you and laughed because I was the one who died, crawling through these days as I rot away along with my eyes and blood. So let us stop being humans. Disclose. Interesting. Sounds like a lost love, but maybe lost due to death, but that they're now experiencing the afterlife. I'm really not sure. I really don't know here. Sacrifice, give birth, you're so sublime. Alone in the darkness, that charisma of screaming and loneliness scorched. The proof of my existence washed up on the shore, the sun devours the rotting road. Unable to show you, I follow the weathering path leading to the narrow door. Blue velvet, I want to forget your beauty as you cross the Dead Sea. So maybe he said he died, but it also sounds like, I know the Dead Sea is like a thing, but interesting. Blue velvet, because you are beautiful whenever I touch you, these scars of mine, still your gentle smile. Blue velvet, I may be a foolish lie, but I just want to love you a little more. I raise my vacant eyes towards the sky. I smile as I look to the future. I can't let go of the wrist from yesterday. Wow. Again, very fantastical in its writing. Very poetic as well. But I truly have no idea what's going on here. So, I do think it's pretty interesting. I really like that fantastical, lyrical, poetic type of writing. I don't truly understand what the song is about. Such was the case in the last Duran Gray song I listened to as well. The meaning went right over my head, and a lot of you let me know that. And I'll fully admit that this one is just the same for me. I'm not really too sure what they're talking about, but I'm sure some of you in the comments can certainly point me in the right direction. But for me, just based purely on the way it was written, the poetic way of their writing, and the very fantastical nature of it, I just find it very interesting, and I had a really great time reading it. And there were some really cool lines in there. I hope that those were pretty well translated. As I always say, there is something lost in translation, I think, many times. But from what I read, it sounded just so cool. I give it 2 thumbs up lyrically. For me, I think where the song really shined is in the instrumentation, and of course, not knowing the language, it wasn't until I just read the lyrics just now that I could actually understand what was being said. But for me, I think the guitar carried me throughout the song. I really liked the riffs and the licks they were throwing down. There was some heavy guitar in there, which I liked, but there was also some really clean guitar throughout. That was pretty cool and enjoyable. I mentioned that every instrument kind of had its time to shine. I feel like the guitar shone throughout the entire song, but the bass had its time to shine. There was some nice little bass riffs in there. The drums had its time to shine. There was some drum fills, and then the singer, man, he did a fantastic job of not only singing but really screaming and getting that heavy metal voice in there. Man, that was awesome. I was not expecting that. I mean, the first song I had heard by them, which I believe again was Venushka, it was heavy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was definitely heavy, but I feel like this ramped it up to another level that I did not know they were capable of. So I really enjoyed seeing that side of them. For me, instrumentally, vocally, I got to give it 2 thumbs up. I really had a great time listening to this one and just jamming out. I would say if I had maybe one complaint is actually the length of this song. I felt like there were times, and it was those times where they kind of let you breathe on it a little bit, and I understand why that's in there. But to me, it carried the song out a little bit too long. I feel like I was ready to wrap it up around the 6 or 7 minute mark, but it was still an enjoyable song. So. Pretty cool instrumentally and vocally. I think as far as replay value goes, I'll be honest, and I said the same thing about Rammstein and a few other bands whose language I don't speak. I am just so invested in the lyrics that if I can't understand what's being sung throughout the song, it does lose a little bit of replay value for me, regardless of how strong the instrumentation goes. So I did really enjoy the instrumentals on this one, and for that alone, I will definitely come back to the song and listen to. But because I don't speak the language, there is that little barrier there. I am so invested in the lyrics that it is hard for me to really listen to a song if I can't understand the lyrics. So that's why I don't listen to a whole lot of just instrumental music either. I really do enjoy singing and lyrics and stuff like that. So, it loses a little bit of points there for me. But it's no fault of the band, of course, no fault of the song. It's just my own ignorance of not knowing a second language, unfortunately. So for me, I'll give it 1.5 thumbs for replay value. Again, I'll come back to it, especially for that guitar. The guitar throughout to me was fantastic. So anyway, thank you so much for the request. I really enjoyed this one. As always, if you would like to make a request, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoyed the music, go support the artist. Go listen to the music wherever you can. I believe they are on Spotify, so one place you can definitely find them is in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. And if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, please like and subscribe and comment. That's it. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.